Hello, everyone. It's me, William, here at Allegory Gallery. Thank you for joining me today. Sorry it's been taking a long time for me to get on here. Um, it does help to let people in, but having some technical difficulties. The desktop is really acting up again today, and um, I had to get my laptop. It was completely the battery was dead, and so I had to wait for the battery to charge before it would start up. That's the thing. Um, it's not a thing if you have the right power cord, but I lost my power cord somewhere that actually allows the computer, the laptop to start up right away. So that's what's been taking me a little while. Sorry for that. I see Norma's here and Kimberly's here. Thank you all for joining us. Um, Susie's also here. Hello, hello. The desktop just decided to go back to the login screen, so we'll see what that's doing. Anyway, how are y'all doing? It's a weird day today. I don't know where the day went. Um, I spent most of it packing and shipping up at the cottage, trying to get more things out uh, before the storm. We are getting possibly 13 or so inches of snow this weekend, maybe more. I've been following, so there's this site, I don't know if you know Weather Underground. It used to be when I was in New York, Weather Underground was like, and in college in New York, Weather Underground was like the best weather forecasting because I guess they have local people who have like things in their yard and so they combine a lot of little forecasting sites with more major ones. And so I went back to looking at that, and they are predicting, I think it's 2 inches, 2 point some inches one night, and then 10 point something inches. So 2 inches some on Saturday. And then between Saturday and Sunday, 10 more inches, 10 point something, which equals exactly 13 inches. And then possible like upwards of 5 more inches throughout the next few days after that. So I don't know about that. It's also supposed to drop down below zero. The weather warnings are saying -10 to -20 degrees below zero with wind chill. So that's not great. So it's going to get very cold, and it's going to get very snowy, it sounds like. And it does not, as far as what they are saying, look like it's going to miss us. Because there were some models showing that it was going to miss us. Right at this point, it seems like they believe that it's going to happen to us. So um, we have decided that we are going to close the store this weekend and keep me close to home. That'll allow me to, if it's nice, to go up to the cottage and continue shipping, and not go over the treacherous mountain to try to make it to the store for people who are probably not going to leave their house. When it gets this cold and when it gets this blustery and snowy, people generally do not come out to do much of anything. And that's probably good, right? We don't want to, we always feel a responsibility too that if we have our store open, we're kind of enticing people to come out, and we don't want to do that to people. So I think it's going to be a very cold, very snowy weekend. And, as much as we don't want to dissuade people from visiting small businesses if they can and if it's safe, we also don't plan on enticing people to try to come out ourselves. So we will be closed this weekend in Johnstown. Let's see what everybody's saying. We're supposed to get some nasty weather here too, says Kimberly. Norma says we're also possibly getting between 8 and 14 inches. They're also saying on Sunday we may have sleet and freezing rain. Well, the temperature is 23, which makes no sense. Shouldn't it be just snow? I have no idea how that works. When things fall from the sky and what the temperatures are there versus here, and I have no idea how everything works, but we are I'm not particularly excited about it, but at least we've decided I'm going to stay home during it. So that's safe for us. I hope if you can stay home and you're getting that kind of snow, you will stay home as well. Um, We went out and got a few groceries, um, and stocked up a little bit. So we'll see. With me close to home, thankfully our car has new tires. We're fully gassed up from my escapades yesterday, and um, we are in all-wheel drive mode. So we should hopefully be okay. Probably going to be having to do a lot of shoveling from the sounds of it. And the one thing I didn't get is ice melt, which I should have gotten. Um, so yeah, that's a thing. Maybe tomorrow I'll run out and try and get some of that. Um, but yeah, we have a load of cat food on the way. Hopefully, it's supposed to come on Saturday though, so I have no idea if we're gonna get our cat food. So that could be a thing. We'll find out. I picked up some today while I was at the grocery store just in case, but we'll see what happens. Um, Norma says, I have to do sound at church on Sunday, but I'm guessing they will cancel. Yes. If it's anywhere near what they're calling for us, I think it would probably be best to cancel. Um, but yeah, so that is what is happening here. My day was mostly spent at the cottage. Um, when I'm at the cottage, I always like to have, like, we have a TV. We had a TV in our bedroom, and we never watch TV in our bedroom. We watch TV in the living room, and then when we go to bed, we go to bed. Um, and for a while, we had a TV in our bedroom, and I would go up and watch it sometimes. Like if Andrew was working on a project and he didn't want to watch what I was watching, I'd go upstairs and watch it. But then, like it kind of wrecks my sleep and the ability to fall asleep. So we moved it to the cottage, and I watch it while I'm packing and shipping. More, I don't watch. I mean, I have it playing in the background because if you know me, you know that I like to feel like I have company around. So when Andrew's not at the cottage, even when he is, because he's in another room, which does help, but I like to have like sounding like there's voices around me, and it's a comforting thing. Um, so today, usually I watch like YouTube. I watch stuff on YouTube. Today, Prime Video had Kate and Allie, which is if you don't know, is a 1980s series. I think it was like between 81 and 86. There are a few seasons. And I remember kind of watching that as a kid, but like not, like it wasn't one of those shows that we watched all the time. And so I started watching it. And there's a lot of stuff in there. Um, like I was really surprised they had an episode about um, a gay couple, a lesbian couple, which was very surprising to me. But so it like I kind of remembered it as one of those shows that was like, it was progressive, but back then, I guess I was pretty young. I mean, I wouldn't be very old back then. And even watching reruns, it was kind of a progressive show. Um, and watching it now, it really kind of was like, um, and there are a lot of things in it, which is it's kind of cool. So I'm kind of loving that, and there are like 6 seasons or something like that. So I've got a lot to go through. They are short, and when I'm there all day, I went through probably 7 or 8 episodes today, at least, and that's from the time when I started watching it. Decided to move on to that, but um, it's one of those things that I forgot about that show, and it's kind of a cool show. Um, Norma says, I forgot about Kate and Allie. Yeah, right? Susan's here, says, hi, everyone. Not sure what this storm will bring us here. They're saying snow is going further north, but who knows? Yeah, who knows? We're getting so let me see what they're actually saying now for us. Um, let's see. I'm not in that location. There it is. Um, let's put in Ligonier. Let's see. I don't know why my internet feels so slow up here today. Um, Susan says, I watched Kate and Allie. Will try to catch it again. Yeah, it kind of it seems like it's mostly holding up. There are a few things here and there all the time with some of these things, um, that attitudes change but all in all, it was a pretty progressive show for its time period. Um, let's see, where did I see the calendar? The calendar on here is where it's at. Okay, so we are supposed to get 2.1 inches. Oh, they've gone up now. 2.1 inches on Saturday, 11.2 inches on Sunday, and oh, now it's gone down. So it's all shifted this way. Now it's only about an inch and a half over the next 3 days. They had spread it out a little bit more than that. Yeah. So that's where we are. And we're looking at temperatures down to no, Friday night, -1. And that's going to be the cold night. Going to go down to -1, and then 15, no, a high of 15 on Saturday, high of 22 on Sunday, and lots and lots and lots of snow. Hey, my comments came up. Andrew says, I can't tell if the Google router is working. It is. I turned the light off because it was blaring at me. That's one of the, like, normally it's Andrew talking about how lights are blaring at him. It was blaring at me while we were watching TV and stuff, and it was starting to like hurt my eyes. And especially like I sometimes, in the evenings, if Andrew goes to bed a little bit earlier than me, sometimes I will sit in the living room and just kind of sit in the dark with the cats and just kind of meditate or do something. And it was like blinding me the one night. So I turned the light off on the router, but it is working. It's just, this router up here sometimes connects because we have that mesh system. So we have a router that comes in our living room, and that comes directly from the cable box. And then to get internet fast enough and well enough on the second floor here, we have a mesh router that connects to that one and is supposed to pull the internet all around. But sometimes it's much slower up here in the office than it is downstairs, even though it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to provide good speeds all over, but hey, that happens sometimes, right? So what are y'all doing? What's happening? What's going on? Other than waiting for the weather to come. Andrew's making us some stir fry, I think, which sounds delicious to me. I'm actually going to restart this desktop and see. That's the scary thing, but I have my laptop here and it's working now. So I'm going to restart this and give it a restart and maybe refresh it a little. Andrew's making, oh, it's curry, not stir fry. He's making curry tonight. He made something good. I forget what he called it last night. His version of, I forget what kind of tofu he said, which I think is like a Szechuan pepper thing normally, from what I looked up because I didn't know the word. But he made it with, we got some mushrooms and he chopped up a bunch of veggies and it was really good. It was a different sauce than what we normally have. Mapo tofu. Yeah, I don't think I've had that before, so it was good. It was really good. So I think he's transforming it now into a curry. We didn't have any of those peppers. No, we didn't have any of those peppers, so he did it without the peppers. But it was good. It was really good. I got very full yesterday on it, and then now he's turning it into curry for tonight, which sounds delicious. Yeah, that's what's going on. What are you all doing out there? Tell me, everybody. Don't leave me hanging. Sometimes I feel like when people don't comment back, I feel like I just did the high five and I'm left hanging. That's what it feels like when I ask, what are y'all doing out there? And no one's crickets. That's like a high five left hanging. It's kind of embarrassing. So let me know, everybody. What are you doing today? How was your day? What'd you have for dinner? What'd you have for breakfast? What'd you have for lunch? What are you doing for the weekend? Any plans? Norma says, I went out to get ice melt and brush and a brush to get the heavier snow off the top of the car. There were electric crews at multiple intersections working on traffic light wiring. Oh boy, we need to get a brush for our cars too. Our brush has disappeared. It might be in the van. Um, but our scraper, we used to have a brush with a scraper, and that broke on a heavy ice one winter, and the scraper part broke, and then we never replaced it. So we really don't have one, and we need to get one. I need to remember to get one. Andrew's trying to finish up stuff for the drop on Friday. He means tomorrow. The drop tomorrow night. I don't even think, did I do an event? I think I forgot to do an event, an event on Facebook for it. So I got to set up the event. Um, oh boy, have to do that. Hey, Fran's here. Hello, Fran. Says hello, William, and everyone. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us. Nice to see you here again. Um, Norma says I was trying to figure out why some kind of storm prevention. Weird. Hey, that if they need to do it, it's good that they're doing it, right? When I see crews out doing things, I never complain generally, because especially if they're trying to do preventative stuff, I'm like, you do that. You go and you do that. Oh no, Gertie had an accident. Oh no. Um, Says at least it was on the puppy pad. She probably got scared. Andrew put back together our cat stand, the cat tree. It had gotten so old that the posts um, fell off. Like they just sit down on these plastic things and they work with like friction, but our cats had wobbled them so much that they wobbled themselves off. And so Andrew took the electric drill and drilled screws into them to hold them in place now. So the cat stand will not easily come apart anymore if we ever need to, but we don't need it to. So but the cats were then completely afraid to get up on it anymore. So I think that's the cat litter box is over there, and so Gertie probably got afraid of that. Um, if she gets too afraid, that's why we have puppy pads at all of our litter boxes. Because if she gets too anxious or afraid, she will go outside of the litter box, and so it's probably because there was a lot of noise over there, and she did that. Hey, Vicky says I was watching you on the TV, so I needed to get my iPad to comment. Thanks for joining us. I know some people do watch us on the TV. Um, um, so I know that's a thing. I know that's a thing. But thank you. Thank you for being out there with us. Um, let's see. All right. So yeah, hit the share button all if you didn't already, please. We've only got about 10 people watching. Thank you all for watching. I think a lot of people are getting ready for this winter storm. So I had a feeling that we may not see a ton of people tonight. We're going to have our creative make along tomorrow night, though. Hopefully people will join us for that. Hopefully everybody has their groceries purchased. Everybody has everything done. Everybody's in safe and warm and um, you know, dry, and we'll be able to sit and create tomorrow night with each other. Maybe we'll get the biggest number of people ever joining us because everyone's inside instead of doing anything outside. That would be nice. Um, but yeah, so make sure you've got a project ready if you want, or maybe you organize your space or whatever you want to do. And yeah, whatever you want to do, come join us on the Creative Make Along tomorrow. Um, let's see. Norma says, I decided to try the new hot Italian sub from Jersey Mike's, which is 12 miles away. So by the time I got through 2 traffic light crew slowdowns, I got home with what was essentially a cold sub. Oh no, that I understand. That I understand. The you don't when they stop you and slow you down, right? She says, I'm happy to see the electric crews anytime. I was just curious about what was going on. Yeah, right. That is a curious thing. Like, I didn't know they had specific things that they would do for stuff like that, but I guess they probably do, right? Especially with very bad storms, maybe, or maybe they just know there are issues in that area. I don't know. Andrew says now sub sound. I know. I was just thinking that. Norma, you made me so hungry for a sub. As soon as you said that and I read it, I was like, ooh, now I want to sub. That would be so good. Um, and before we became vegetarian, subs were really good. Now they're good. Like I love a good veggie sub, but sometimes I miss like the hot meatball subs and the chicken teriyaki subs. Sometimes I do miss those. Hey Susan, thanks for joining us. Glad you're here. Um, Yeah. So yesterday was a wild day as far as lives went. If you missed yesterday, we watched. Andrew tried to do a live and didn't work out technologically. um, then I did a live, which kind of worked out, but not many people watched. Andrew had like 40 people watching, and then I went on and like seven. No, I think it was actually more like 5 people were watching. Thank you for those of you who did. Um, and I showed all of Andrew's latest Produce Pals paintings that are available. So we, um, if you missed that, the afternoon live second edition last night from yesterday would be a great one to watch. And you can see because we showed Andrew's Produce Pals and we showed them on video, which they look so much better on video than the colors that you see on um, the photos. The photos I took were not. I mean, they were fine, but they were not great. Look how good these look. You can see all the metallics in the little characters, the pals, little metallic paints there and everything. So we showed those off. They are still available on Andrew's timeline. And then I went to my pottery class and came back and did another live where we sold some stuff. And we sold a good bit of stuff. So thank you if you joined us then. I appreciate that so much. Um, and yeah, that's what's going on. Oh boy, everyone's joining in. Andrew says we can still make versions of those subs, but just at home. That's true. Anna's here. Hello, Anne. Thanks for joining us. And since Subway has a veggie burger sub, a little more substantial. I didn't know they have that. I've never seen that on the menu. A veggie burger sub. That might be something I have to try. Andrew says, yeah, all 40 of those people were watching me struggle for my life. Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. Andrew made it funny though too. Um he did not try to make it, anything but what it was, which was good. Friend says, y'all are so talented. Thank you. We're surrounded by talented people, all of you out there, which helps us continue to be creative. Um, and I don't I do consider I'm getting to the point where I'm considering myself an artist now instead of I always be like, I don't consider myself an artist, but I make things. I think anybody should be able to call them an artist. So I have to be like leading that, you know. But uh I I do understand that it comes with being surrounded by creativity in various ways, whether that's music, whether that's friends, whether that's TV, video, books, artwork of other sorts. Um, and Andrew wrote a post about this today. I don't know if y'all saw that about things that you can do that he's learned and also developed through his years here on earth doing artwork if you're blocked and things that you can do to help get out of a creative block. So if you missed that post, I think it's really worth looking at and seeing if any of those things might work for you. But you know uh, it, thank you for saying you're so talented. I think Andrew's talented, but I understand like it comes with practice, right? Um, there is a thing as innate talent, um, but I think that only gets you so far. And then it comes with the practice. So we're so thankful that we have lots of talented people around us who continue to practice almost every day. Um, at what they do, and that's you out there. So thank you for feeding that creativity into this community that we've created, and making it happen, because y'all make it happen. Susan's getting prepared um, for the winter storm, trying to make certain we have everything we need in case we're stuck for a while. Hopefully, the snow will turn out to be a big lot of nothing. Yes, but doesn't seem like, at least here, is going to be a big lot of nothing. It seems like, when we were talking about it earlier, we're looking at about 14 inches of snow here over the next like 3 days. I don't know what you're all planning up there or not, what they're planning for. Um, and so some Subways don't have it on the menu, but if I ask, they did have it. Ooh, thank you for letting me know, because I had no idea. I didn't even know they had like a veggie burger thing. So that's awesome. I'm going to ask for that next time and see what I get. Susan says, not all of them have the veggie burger sub, though. Maybe you do have to ask. Maybe you got to be tricky about it. Andrew says, I might try to make that post into a little book. That'd be cute. Susan says, looking forward to the creative make along. I made a valiant attempt to straighten my work areas. Smoky Cat says, hello. Hello, Smoky Cat. Um, I'm looking forward to the creative make along too, especially since I won't be at the store tomorrow because we're closing. So if you missed that and you're in Johnstown, we're closed. Closed this weekend, closing it down. I need to make a post about it, but Andrew was talking to me. He's like, it's supposed to get bad. Probably should stay close to home. And if it's not too bad, then you can do some shipping and that would help. So we're going to do that. No one's going to be coming out to go shopping, I hope, if it's really terrible like they're calling for. So I won't have to be at the store and rush home to get home in time for the creative make along. I'll be able to plan it a little better, and really have some fun with it, hopefully. Norma says, I saw Andrew's post, but haven't had time to sit and read it yet. Yeah, it's a long post. It is a long post. And there are a lot of good bits of information. So read it when you can sit down and kind of really digest it. But yeah, it's a good one. Anne says, hi, Smoky Cat. Daniel Tiger says, where is my before bed snack? Our cats, I didn't feed our cats before I started the live. Usually I try and feed them before the live, but oftentimes they also do get fed after, so they're fine. They got fed later this morning, so it's all right. Anne said, tomorrow's high here is supposed to be -8. As the high? Oh, that's no good. Our highs are at least like in like the 10. It's like 10, I think, is the high one day. But -8 is the high. We are supposed to get like -10 to -20 with wind chill during parts of this. I think tomorrow is supposed to be the coldest day. I think after 4 p.m. it's supposed to start really dropping. Then the temperatures are going to rise a little bit over Saturday and Sunday. And then that's when we're getting dumped on with the snow. Andrew says, let's all join our powers and do a storm breaker, right? Marianne says, hi, all, just got home. Hey, Marianne. Andrew says, it's not worth it to risk your life to sell beads. Yeah, especially if we're price selling to no one. So that's certainly it. Andrew says, I wrote several long posts today. Yes, he did. And normally Andrew's posts don't come up for me. I have to go search for them. But as soon as I opened Facebook, like they were all coming up. So I was like, okay, I got to read through all of these right now, so I don't forget to go through them. He did write several long posts today, but they were all good. All good. Good bits of information. Marianne is currently at a -11 Fahrenheit. We are at 28 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So I don't like your weather, Marianne. It doesn't need to come down here. But I think it is. Gilbert and Barnaby are in the foyer and our little bread buns. That's cute. It's cute, our two boys. Yeah, that's really cold, Marianne. That's cold. But hopefully we'll all get through it. We'll have, you know, hopefully everybody's gotten what they need to be indoors for a while. This is more like loaves. Yeah, bread loaves, right? Um, trying to restart. Oh, that's why. But yeah, so that's it. I'm glad you all are getting ready. I'm glad you all are planning to mostly stay in if you can. Um, that's exactly what we're doing. Francis, oh my goodness, y'all stay safe and warm. You too. Where are you at, Fran? Gertie is trying to ride my shoulders. She's embarrassed, I think. Oh, she went to the she knows she because she does sometimes go outside of the pan. Whenever she goes in the pan, she gets in the litter box. It's not a pan, it's a giant box. Um and when she goes in, she gets congratulated about going in and doing her business in there. And so she gets congratulated. And now when she goes outside of the box, um, she she gets a little embarrassed, I think. But it's because she's a little anxious, I think. Um, Marion says, okay, so I won't tell you what the temperature will be tonight. Ooh. Friends in Pueblo, Colorado. Nice. Is it good there? What's the temperature like there right now? Are y'all getting a big bunch of snow too? You probably always get a big bunch of snow. I feel like in my mind, Colorado is always full of snow. But I don't know if that's true. My cousin lives in Denver, Colorado, and it seems like sometimes he's like, there's not a lot of snow. Um, Either that or watch you. She's watching me. She's trying to watch me. Oh, that might be. That's cute. She's my little girl. Gertie has made herself my little girl for sure. Um, Francis, but we have been in the 60s. Wow. Now we're going to get snow this weekend. Denver is more snow than us. Huh. In the 60s? Wow. That's nice. That's nice. That's like you gotta be in the spring to be in the 60s around here generally. Although some days this winter we did get into like the 40s or low 50s, I think, even in during the winter time. But it's 28 now. 26 is low for today, and then it's gonna drop tomorrow. Um, let's see here. Vicky says, "Hi, Fran. I'm in Aurora. Not enough snow this year." That's the other thing too, right? Because you have to get some snow. Like you need the precipitation for the water tables and all that stuff. Otherwise, you end up moving into a summer that's like dry, and you don't want that either. So it's hard, right? Francis, it's been really crazy. We were just now going winter. Wow, that's weird, right? I don't know. Things are weird these days. Things are weird. Um, I like learning about places though. True that it has been too warm this year. Yeah. Do you get really, really warm in the summer? Like super warm in the summer? I don't think I've ever been to Colorado, at least not in any length of time, like for any length of time. Andrew says, I hope we have good weather for the rock show. I know that's the thing. I was planning to set up and kind of do a test run of the setup for the rock show this weekend, but we're not going to get that. So at some point next week, I'll have to be making trips up to Johnstown. Um, to kind of set up for the rock show. I'm also going to have to normally I take my downtime at the shop and I was going to price things this weekend for the rock show. So I gotta work on that over the next weekend and next week. I gotta get ready for the rock show on the 30th, 31st, and 1st in Johnstown. Um, so we'll see. Andrew might have to help me pricing and doing rock stuff. Susie says it was 70 degrees in Charleston, South Carolina. They're expecting ice this weekend. Ooh, ice is terrible. Ice is not good. I would rather have snow over ice because ice is very damaging. Whether it's damaging and it's dangerous, right? It can coat onto things, bring down power lines and limbs of trees and all that stuff. Um, Whereas snow, snow can pile up and snow is heavy and it can cause issues sometimes. The ice is the more dangerous thing. Andrew says, my friend was at a residency not far from there, and she said it was absolutely beautiful. Where in Charleston? Huh, I bet. Sounds like, I mean, if it's 70 in the winter, that's wild to me. That's wild. I know southern places though are like that, right? It's just so strange to me. Because I've never grown up, I didn't grow up in the South. I've never lived in the South. Um, so it's always been northern here for me. But yeah, all right, y'all. Let's see. So Creative Make Along is tomorrow. Oh, so we were talking the other day about the wish list that we put out there for getting ready to do classes at Star Cottage Studio at our jewelry studio, and we had originally made a list of affiliate links that people could buy from, and some people have already. Thank you so much. Some of them were delivered today. Thank you so much. Um, but uh, it was hard for people to send things and also to know if things had already been bought or how many of what we needed. So our friend Norma and Sandra and a few other people mentioned that we could start a registry. I thought they only did wedding registries, like bridal registries on Amazon, but they do any. You can do it for anything. So we did one and we just published that today. So the blog post that had the original information that we had on it, we took that away and we just put the link to the registry. Now, if you don't want to shop on Amazon and you'd rather help us out and you want to buy us something from somewhere else, feel free to do that. You can also we put our PO box there, so if they can ship to a PO box, that's great. If they can't, let us know. Um, and then we can also take it down off of the registry if you get something from the registry somewhere else. So that's up. We did that. Um, Andrew says, yeah, she sent pictures of the swans. Nice. Andrew says, we got our first item from it. Hooray. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And I think there's some at the post office that I haven't been down there to pick up. So thank you for that. Now the registry is set up. We are going to continually add things to that if people would like to help us out. I saw somebody grabbed something for us today too, so thank you so much, whomever you are. We appreciate it. Hey, Anna, thanks for joining us. So that is up. We published that today. Today for Bead in the New Year was to create a prompt and trade with friends. Did y'all trade prompts? I haven't been in the design challenges group today to see if people were out there trading prompts with each other. So I hope you did. And I can't wait to see what people make using that prompt. Tomorrow is to create with friends, and that's going to be the Creative Make Along tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So we'll be doing that from 7:30 until at least 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Then we have our Rock and Mineral sale in the store on the 30th, 31st, and 1st. And then we have my birthday kit extravaganza. No, Kitapalooza. Kitapalooza. We have a lot of kits that we are starting to put into the online store. We're going to have a lot of kits for sale that evening. That's on the 24th of February. We'll have a lot of kits for sale. We're going to ask you to please post things you've made using our kits. You can do it up until that. I think Anne has posted some things already. I don't know if anyone else has yet. You can do it anytime up until that day, but we hope especially on that day, you'll post a bunch of stuff you've made with our kits and also make new things with our kits. Hopefully that'll be a way for, if you want to support us, you can grab some kits from the online store. Some people already have, and we're shipping those out and get you your kits and get everything going so that you can take part in the birthday celebration. And of course, in October, I think 17th and 18th, Andrew can correct me if I'm wrong, is Andrew's Peters Valley School of Craft class for water slide decals on enamel. And you can sign up for that class at the Peters Valley website. It is linked in our blog post. And I also made an event for it on Facebook, so that I'm trying to make events for everything on Facebook because I know a lot of our people are on Facebook, and the events will help you. You can just go to our event tab and find everything we're doing real quick. And then hopefully, here's a thing you can do if you haven't done for us. Here's more you can do for us, please. I hate to be greedy like that, but if you've not hit interested or going to all of our events, please at least hit interested. And if you do plan to take part, please hit going. That helps our events get circulated, and it lets Facebook know that you like the things that we do, and it should share them to people. So that'll really help. Um, Let's see here. Susan says, do we need to use a specific kit, or can we use what we have on hand? If you have one, you can use it. That's the whole point, is to use any of the kits. It's just like the Beat in the New Year prompt that was with AG inspiration kits. You can use any of them that you've got. If you don't have one, you can buy them. We'll ship them out to you. But if you do have one, use the kit that day. We'll probably go live sometime during that day as well, other than just the evening live where we're selling kits for the real Kitapalooza event that evening. But we'll probably go live, or we'll do a Zoom meet, like make along, or do something to kind of celebrate my birthday, and do something like that. So it is my birthday. So we'll get together and hopefully have a birthday party, right? Why not? Um, let's see here. Norma says, I saw the registry post, so I'll be perusing soon. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Um, Anna says, you'll get more snow than us. North wind's blowing it down to you. Thanks so much, North winds. Right? Thank you so much. So nice of you. Hey, Suzanne. I was wondering if we'd see you tonight. Thank you for joining us. Um, Anna says, sorry, William, which event are we talking about? With the kits, that's the birthday celebration on February 24th. It's in the Facebook. If you're, yeah, you're on Facebook, right? Yeah, you are. It's on the, I don't know if you, I don't know who is still on and not on Facebook sometimes, because I know some people don't like to be on there, but it is on a Facebook event. So you can go there and check it out. There's more information there. There's also blog posts. We're doing blog posts for everything we do. So you get a blog post and a Facebook event. Our blog is on our website at allegorygallery.com. You can see them there. But it is Kitapalooza birthday celebration. And so for my birthday, we're doing kits, 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 kits. If you've got a kit, use it that day and make some new stuff with us, and share it on the timeline. You can make things up until there and debut them that day. So if you want to start making things from kits, you can do that now and then debut them all on that day. We want to flood the Allegory Gallery Design Challenges group timeline with kit stuff on February 24th. And then we'll have Kitapalooza, where we'll sell a bunch of new kits that evening. I've been loading some of the kits that we've shown on a live once and never showed again. I've been loading those into the online store. Each weekend I've been doing a few. And so if you missed any of those lives where we debuted those kits are new to you, and they're in the online store now. So you can grab them if you need a new kit, or you want a new kit to work with for that day. Norma says, gee, thanks, Anna, right? It's not Anna's fault. Don't blame Anna. Blame those northern winds. Suzanne says, definitely not going tomorrow. It's my birthday and we're having dinner. Nice. Well, what kind of weather are you getting down there, Suzanne? Are you guys getting all the cold weather or not? Sorry we won't see you, but I completely understand why you won't be there for your birthday, right? It's one thing for me to do it for my birthday. It's another for me to try and pull people in during their birthday. What kind of dinner? Do you know where you're going, or is it a surprise? Um, Anna says, okay, I will go like it. Yes, please. All of our Facebook events, please go and hit interested. That helps a lot. And hit that interested. And then sometimes I think you have to hit interested, and then it changes to where you can pull it down and hit going if you're going to it. Sometimes it lets you hit going right away, but I think usually I have to tap interested first, then change it to going. Suzanne says, too many people are still on Facebook for me to leave it. Yeah, that's the hard thing. That's the hard thing, right? Um, that's, you know, that's where most of you all that we have in our community here, our AG Beat fam, are mostly on Facebook. So that's kind of where we built everything out and where people found us the most. And so it's hard to leave. Suzanne says we're getting cold weather, but not dangerous cold. We're going Italian tomorrow. Oh, nice. Well, happy birthday. And hopefully you have a great time celebrating. Um, yeah. Yeah. Trying to think. Did I miss anything, Andrew? We talked about that. Oh, this is something. I don't know if they've announced it yet. I don't know if I can actually say yet. Um, Let me look. They were talking about possibly posting about it today. We're working with another business in Johnstown to possibly work together on a Galentine's. Um, let's see. Okay, they've not posted yet, so I'm not going to name who, but just in case, because we're still in the planning stages, getting everything planned out. But we're going to be doing a Galentine's Day event. And so that should be fun. That's going to be on February 13th if all goes well. And that same night, we may very possibly um, we may be splitting ourselves. Andrew, I think, will be going to Pittsburgh to possibly do an enameling demo for an event. And then I will be doing the jewelry making. We're going to be making bracelets with the people who come out to the Galentine's Day event. So I think that should be fun. Um, and this is mission accomplished. Liked the events. Nice. Thank you. Um, Marion says that would be fun. When I think so. I think it's gonna be fun. Um, Friends Valentine's, says Anna. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice event, and hopefully it all works out and goes through. We're like I said, we just started. We literally started planning today, and we kind of are on the same page. And I think it's all going to work out. They are going to take care of a lot of the publicity making because they are hosting the event. We are just joining them to come and do the jewelry portion of it. So I think it's gonna be fun. But from the sounds of it, I think it's just going to be focused on them and us. I don't think there are going to be other vendors and things like that there. Um, from what I understand. So unless that changes, which could be fun too. Um, so I'm still waiting for that, but I think it's gonna be a fun night. So if you're in Johnstown, stay tuned for details on that. That'll be, like I said, February 13th, right before Valentine's Day. So that was something we planned out today. That was another thing I did today. Um, I think that's it then. I think that's all I've got. That's all I've got for you. I think I did everything. So let's flip this camera around and let's look at some stuff. I brought some stuff home. Because I was gonna do this live from the cottage, but then I had to go grocery shopping. Um, and which our friend so nicely offered to go grocery shopping for us. That was so kind. But I was already there when I saw the message. Um, but anyway, I'm home. It's nice to be home. And that's another thing I did. I cleaned out the pellet stove today so that I didn't have to shut the pellet stove down and clean it out during any of this cold, cold weather. I wanted to make sure if we clean it out, it gets kind of a good 3 to 4 solid days of work that it can do before it needs to be cleaned out again. Provided we don't have any power blips, that's the other thing. We really need to that's one thing we should add to the Amazon list is a battery backup. Um, because we actually could use a battery backup for the pellet stove. Anytime we have a power blip, it'll shut the stove down completely. So getting like a battery backup for it would be kind of nice. So that may be something we'll add to the Amazon registry too. Susan says it seems like many of us will either be dealing with this, or many of us will be dealing with this winter storm. I think so. I think it's going to hit a lot of different places. Um, but we're all in this together. As Andrew says, we can do the storm breaker power, but if nothing else, at least we can um, do the creative make along together. If you're hanging out and you've hopefully everyone, we're wishing for everyone to keep their power and all that good stuff. Um, and we'll hang out and make stuff. And if you can't make it, that's okay too. We know y'all got you got lives too, right? You do things. Um, Not that you don't have a life if you join us. That's not what I'm saying either. Gonna walk into stick my own foot in my mouth. No, I think it's fun to hang out. Um, Norma says it's across a big swath of the country. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Um, yeah, big storm. And I'm just glad that we're gonna get to hang out with a lot of you hopefully tomorrow and just chat and do stuff. Um, Marion says we are just having a cold blip. You get the cold blip. We're gonna get all the 14 inches of snow. Well, we'll see. We'll see. All right, let me flip this camera around, because I'm gonna get the show started, and I'm getting hungry because all I had to eat today were a few cookies and a banana. So I'm starting to get to that point where I'm getting a little bit headachy from not eating very well today. So that is I'm going to flip the camera around and keep going. Keep this show on the road, right? Keep it going. Sue says, as long as we have power, it's good. Have beads, cats, books, music, and movies, right? As long as we've got power, it's good. What am I doing? Settings, flip the camera. Flip the camera. There we go. Susan says even 4 inches is a lot of snow here. Thankfully, Pennsylvania generally is used to snow. And they have been out working the roads all day today to kind of prepare for a lot of this, which is really good. But, when you get 14 inches in 2 days, there's not a lot that anybody can do for all of that. Um, Norma says, I hope my computer behaves tomorrow. It was doing some weird connectivity things the other day. Oh no. Hopefully it will. You can join from your phone if you need to. Zoom is on the phone if you absolutely have to, or a tablet if you've got a tablet. You can join from other ways if you need to. So hopefully you'll be able to join us. Speaking of connectivity, my desktop is definitely having a hard time. It's like a black screen right now, which is not ever good to see. Let's see, what are we going to do here today? Let me put the banner up. Y'all know how to purchase. I don't think too many. I don't know if there's anyone new out there. Anybody new out there? If you want to purchase, we're going to make these little lot papers with a lot number on them. And you take down that number, send that number to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. That's all you got to do if you want to purchase something. And it's first come, first serve. That's how we do. How we do it. Says our roads are in great winter shape. So nice, says Marianne. That is nice. Yeah, going to Pottery yesterday was a little bit difficult. Coming home was much better. They had the plows out, but it was a little bit dicey. Okay, let me think. What lot numbers can I do today? Let me see if I've ever done these. No. So XRE. XRE is our lot letters for today, or are our lot letters, are our lot letters for today. Kimberly says, I don't like to bead where my computer is, so I use my phone. Yeah, you can use your phone for Zoom. Totally, 100%. Zoom is kind of, I think, built for a lot of that nowadays more than the computer. Norma says, but the phone or iPad are harder to use while beading. I can't set them up close enough because they are smaller. Oh, close enough to see. It is harder to see people, right? You got to flip through all the pictures. That is true. That is true. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, technology, right? It's a joy. It's a joy. I do like technology. I actually do. I'm not going to badmouth it too much. Okay. This was 18. I'm going to bring it down to 14. As you know, we often try and give you deals here. Kimberly says, yeah, that is true. Suzanne says, I made a lot of earrings today. I saw a necklace. Was it a necklace? Did you post that today or yesterday, Suzanne? I saw a necklace pop up of yours today. That's good. You made a lot of earrings. I haven't made earrings in a while. I'm kind of out of the practice now again. I've had to show a few people in the store how to make earrings, and I'm a little bit out of practice. These are glass, I believe. They are either, I'm trying to look to see. These are either glass or reconstituted quartz, which is pretty much glass, right? Kind of. Not quite the same. But these are beautiful. These large drops. They're $14 for the strand only, down from 18. I've only got one strand. It is a vintage strand. What's Marion saying? X-rated extra. What are you talking about? Susan says, my city doesn't get severe winter storms a lot, so the local governments don't invest in plows and salt, not like Chicago, Milwaukee, Minneapolis. Yeah, I know a lot of places are like that. They don't have to invest too much in it, but when it comes, then everything shuts down, right? These are about 16 millimeters by, if I can get in here, 16 by about 28. These are sorry, everybody. Andrew said it's glass. It must be old glass because they're not at all the same. So they are not. They're all different, slightly different lengths, which is strange, but it's vintage glass. So they didn't make them all the same. So you get that strand if you want XRE one. Today I posted a necklace, says Suzanne. I thought so. It looked good. I didn't get a chance to comment. I was just browsing through. Kimberly says, I had been working on a necklace the last few nights and I finally finished it. I need to photograph and post. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Say bless you. Thank you. Oh, let me get my email up here too and see. I do have email today. I didn't have email yesterday, so I couldn't tell anybody if things were selling, which was kind of nice because then I didn't have to worry. If you like it, get it. If you don't, but people still did grab a bunch of nice things. So thank you. XRE2 was 14. Now it's 12. This is let go. A lovely strand of rose quartz. Rose quartz marquee drops. Nice vintage strand. This rose quartz doesn't look very pink on camera. It is more pink in person. It almost looks white on camera. It is pink, I promise. It's a light pink, but it is much more pink than it's looking. They're about 24.5 millimeters by 8 millimeters. Kimberly says, love that. Aren't they great? I feel like you don't see this. I love this kind of marquee shape. I think that's what it is, right? And You do not see that, I feel like, very often anymore. And I think it's such a pretty useful shape. It's kind of a very classy shape, I feel like. Norma says, one good thing for me is my street is a couple blocks off Main Street in my small city. So I get plowed quickly and also get power outages fixed quickly. Advantages of living close to government offices. That's nice. That's one thing here in Ligonier. While the cottage, which is about 15 minutes away, while it will lose power for hours sometimes, um, our house, knock on wood, real wood, our house rarely ever loses power for any extended period of time. It's really nice. This town, I don't know how they do it, but they reroute the power quickly. Sometimes we'll see a little blip or something, but here in the borough, now outside in the township, it's a little different. But in the borough, we very rarely lose power unless it's a planned outage. And even then, it's very quick. Okay, the next one. Look at these. So these are made to look like smoky quartz. These were made to look like quartz. This is made to look like smoky quartz. Is a glass. And these are, they were $18 for the whole strand. And it's now 14. So this is about 20 millimeters by 39 and a half. Yeah, 39 and a half. Francis, we have a generator due to my oxygen can't lose power. No, you cannot. Not with that. You've got to have a generator. That's good. We've considered getting a generator at the cottage because all of the heating, even the pellet stove, even though it's a pellet stove, needs power to run. So if we lose power at the cottage, we lose all heating. Our split system, the pellet stove, the baseboard, all the heating is gone at the cottage. So we've considered getting a generator there, but we have not invested in that yet. That's a big investment. Let's see. There's most of our residential power lines are underground. Major power outages are usually equipment failures or someone driving into a power transformer. That's nice. They used to do more underground stuff here, but I think because it became such a problem to fix anything, I think that's why everything's above ground here. They do, and the power lines also hold all of the telecommunications and all that stuff too. Which, yeah, there are more issues, but I guess when there is an issue, it's easier to fix technically, maybe. I don't know. I always wondered why we didn't do more underground stuff because you think there would be fewer issues in general. This is a giant goldstone pendant. Look at that flash. $6. XRE4. XRE4. Whoa! My box almost fell. I caught it just in time. I'm balancing boxes over here. This is really pretty, very flashy. 22 millimeters by about 42 and a half. Anyways, this doesn't seem to be a problem here. That's good. That's good. Like, what do they do though if something is a problem and you've got like piles and mounds of snow? Like, I don't know. I don't know how that works. We just sold 2. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Take that off the table. We've just sold 4. Thank you so much. I'll take that off the table. What's next? XRE5. Those. Those. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Seems like a weird number. Like that was supposed to be 10. Let me use that on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's 9. Okay. So we have these. And these are $5 for a set of 9. And there are 2 sets available. And these are just these kind of little cute, they're already wire wrapped, but you can take them apart if you want. It's just, they're really nice beads. These little kind of metallic foiled glass beads. And you get a set of 9 of them for $5. 2 sets available. Yeah, 2 sets available. This back in here. Got the other set in there. And XRE6. Okay, we had 24 on this. Drop it down to 20. But that's the lowest I can go. Suzanne says, I have some of them. Great beads. Aren't they? They're just so much fun. Thank you for saying so. They're just really fun. Bright, that kind of bright red, joyful beads. They're joyful beads. All right. This is a large vintage glass strand. And look at that color. Look at that shape and style. I believe these are vintage check. Just some unique beads for sure. And you get the big strand. It's a big strand. Whoa. It's a big strand. Let's see if I can get my ruler on the right setting. Talked about this ruler yesterday. It is about a 16-inch strand. About a 16-inch strand. You get it for $20 now instead of $24. Each bead on there is approximately 12 by 17, we'll say 12 by 17 millimeters. This is so pretty. Susan says it resembles jasper or agate. It does. It's really cool. It's really cool. Like if you had this on it, they look like some kind of stone, but they're not. XRE7 coming up. Let's do this. Here we'll do maybe some pendants. We haven't done some of these big pendants in a while. So I pulled some of these. Sorry, 7. is this large agate pendant, and it is it's not, I mean, it's polished and that it's smooth, but it's not shiny. It's like a matte finish, which is really nice. And the hole goes through that way. One of those available, and it is 43 by 59.5 millimeters. Andrews is like a mango. It is like a mango, right? Mango. And it's nice and kind of slim too. It's not very thick, so it's nice. It's pretty light for as big of a slab as that is. It's a light mango slice of stone there. All right, let me put one away. One is still available. Nobody wants that yet. It's $14 for the beautiful vintage glass beads, faceted drops. And I'm going to put number 3 away as well. Number 3 is the made to look like vintage smoky quartz in glass. And that one is also 14. It's like the sister strand of the other one, vintage. Probably came from the same place. And we'll move 5 down a little bit for a while. 6 down and 7 down. Let's see here. I'm not sure if this is, I don't know if this is turquoise. This is hard to tell. I might need Andrew's eye on this before I price this. Maybe I'll wait because I'm not sure if it's dyed howlite. I don't think it is, but sometimes that gets me. So I'm gonna do something else instead. Yeah, this one is a dyed howlite. Let's do $5 on this. Well, here, this one I think for sure is dyed, right? Because they dyed the inside. They wouldn't do that on a turquoise. They changed the inside. So this is a dyed howlite, I'm pretty sure. Andrew's like, show it. That one I think is dyed. Confirm that with me, Andrew. And then this is the one I'm unsure of. It looks like it's turquoise because the inner core that they cut away looks like it's still turquoise. I'm pretty sure this one's the real deal. So I'll wait. Let me know, Andrew, before I go and price these. XRE9. How's it going? This is why I was like, I wasn't going to show it because it takes so long in between me showing it. Let me just show you something else while he's looking. Oh, okay. Let me find something else while he's looking. This is why I think it'd just be easier to see it in person. That's why I was gonna wait on it. This one was died. Both of them died. Dyed Howlite or dyed extra dyed, just dyed turquoise. Okay. Um, I'm going to go $5 on that one. And this one's the old price was 15. I'm going to keep it 15. There we go. $5, $15 if you want those. Because that was the old price, and I didn't know how old that price was. Suzanne says, wait, they have dyed turquoise. Yes, you can dye turquoise extra, if I'm not mistaken, because it can be dyed and stabilized, the turquoise. So you can dye turquoise, but it is turquoise, but they dye it to make it extra. And oh yeah, this one. So this one had the sticker on it. So here's maybe, I didn't even notice that. Where the sticker is, it's a little bit darker, which I don't know if you can see. Yeah. So there was a little bit of light change. That was probably dyed then. So it was dyed to a darker color probably, and over time the light fast has faded it back a little bit. Um, hello, Sandra. Thanks for joining us. Andrew says, yep, it's porous and brittle stone, so it soaks it up. Says, I knew about stabilized. Yeah, you can dye turquoise. It can be dyed. So just because it's turquoise does not mean it's not been dyed. So Andrew says this one is turquoise. It's just probably a dyed turquoise. So we're doing it at 15. That's the old price. And we're going to leave it at that old price. If anybody's interested in those. All this talk, probably nobody wants them anymore. Let me just moving on. Maybe you do. I don't know. Leslie's here. Hello, Leslie. It's good evening, William. I'm late tonight. That's okay. You made it. We don't mind if you're late. We're just glad you're here. Sandra says, I have heard that about turquoise. Yeah, you got to watch because, like, when we sell turquoise, you'll often hear us say it's not dyed, but it's stabilized, right? You want turquoise to be stabilized because it's so crumbly. So generally, you want it stabilized, but we will try to tell you if it has been dyed or not dyed. Either way is fine, but we want you to know as much as we know. So, and if it is dyed, generally it's worth less, of course, but it's still pretty and it's still useful, just like any other dyed stone. But yes, you can dye turquoise. So not all turquoise that you get, and depending on who the seller is, hopefully they are truthful with you. Um, it can definitely be faked or made to look prettier than it is. Susan asks, how is stabilizing done? That's a question for Andrew. I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head. I know sometimes it's a coating. Sometimes you'll see turquoise, like we have some turquoise that's very vintage, and their stabilization process, it was obviously some kind of outer coating that enveloped the turquoise. And I don't know what they do now modern, if there's anything more modern than that. but I do know that's Andrus is impregnated with resin. So that's, there you go. Impregnated with resin. So it's probably a resin coating that I'm seeing in some of the older stuff. This is XRE10, $6. XRE10. Isn't that pretty? Pretty dyed agate. And it's 34.5 by 51 millimeters. X. Oh, my marker's running low. Andrew says, usually it's put in a vacuum chamber now. My marker's really running out of marker juice. Let's see, where are we on? 11? Let's see. Oh, this is a pretty pendant. Let me see here. Andrew says the old stuff they didn't. Yeah, if you have old turquoise, it probably is not stabilized. They didn't used to do it. They weren't able to do it. So it was very crumbly. And if you have pieces that have old turquoise that's not stabilized, you have to be very careful with it because it can just crumble if it's taken away or taken out of the piece. So yeah, stabilization, there are stones that are vintage stabilized. They do it now, like Andrew said, I guess, with vacuum, which would make sense. When they couldn't, I think they were more coated, like the ones that we have that are sometimes the vintage turquoise that you can see a little bit of a resin coating on them. And then older than that, it is not done at all. It's a nice big pendant, stone pendant. It was 12. I'll bring it down to 10. 12 was the original old price on that, but we've been giving you some better prices on these. So I'll bring that down to 10. Beautiful stone pendant. I'm not sure what stone that is. We have some of these beautiful, lovely big pendants, and that's really pretty. This is 32.5 by 65.5 millimeters. Andrew says the new stuff, even if it's mined in the US, is sent to China. But they do have natural resins that they use. All right, let me put 6 away. That still has not sold. That's the vintage check glass. And then Marianne's worn out. She's going to go watch on TV. Have a good night, Marianne. Andrew says, I don't know if they stabilize ancient turquoise in Egypt with plant resins. I don't know. Student says, get your rest, Marianne. Yes, get your rest and stay warm up there. You're already too cold for me. Too cold up there. Stay warm. Okay. Moving these down. XRE12. See, people aren't into the pendants tonight, so I'm going to move away from the pendants. Let's see what else I've got in this bag of goodies. Oh, this is a nice one. Let me see, what can I do on this? This was 65. We will bring it down to, let's do it at 42. Andrew says, but you can dissolve resins with alcohol and then boil it in wax. I don't know what you're going to do all that for. What are you going to do all that for? Oh, I actually got two of these. This is ametrine. 2 strands of ametrine, both amethyst and citrine present in the same strand is ametrine. A lot of times people will sell you ametrine calling it that, but it's just a strand of mixed amethyst and citrine, like one stone's citrine, one stone's amethyst. To be true ametrine, it has to have both in the same stone. So you will see some yellow and some purple in many of these stones. And these are nice, big, kind of chunky, simple cut, faceted beauties. You'll see some of that yellow and the purple in there. Beautiful strands. And those are $42 each. The stones are wildly different. You might get a stone on there like this, and then you might get a stone in there like that. So it's hard to give you size. Width-wise, though, they're pretty similar at around 15 millimeters. 15 millimeters. Those. Andrew says there are all kinds of processes to change and augment stones. For example, they'll put agates in clay ovens and put them in fire to bring out the reds. And that's how you get some really red carnelian sometimes. Heat it up. Andrew said they still do this. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Sorry, 13. These were 12. Make them 10. 2 of them available. Andrew says they do it to amethyst to turn it into citrine. This is a luxury bead blend by Andrew. It's got lots of pretty things in there. Purples, pinks, and golds. And some like that periwinkle blue. There's so many colors in there. Periwinkle blue, golds, purples, pinks. So you've got rose quartz, you've got amethyst. You've got some of these kind of gold glitter roller beads. You've got the vintage freshwater pearls in gold. You've got these little periwinkle snails, check glass snails. All different things in there. 2 bags of that luxury bead blend remain. So they are $10 each if you would like any of those. Let's see. Don't think that today. This is sweet. Andrew said, generally speaking, you shouldn't store stones in direct sunlight, dyed or natural. No, don't do that. Let's see here. Let's do these. $10 down to $6. These beautiful little lampwork glass sets. Lovely little beads. These ones are more mass produced. They're not specifically like an artisan made. I mean, some artist made them, right? Somebody had to make them, but they are a more mass produced set, but they're still really pretty. Only $6 for the set. These beads here are about 15 and a half. This one is about 15 and a half as well. Set of 6 beads there, or 5 beads, I'm sorry, 5 beads, XRE 14. All right, nobody wanted that one. That one away. Let's see. The bags are sliding all around back here. XRE 10, nobody wanted that one. We'll put that one away. That one there. $6. And XRE 11. I love this one. It's a new one we've never shown before. It was 12, bringing it down to 10 for your XRE. Oh. Andrew says the one mix looks really good with the ametrine. That luxury bee blend and the ametrine. Yep. Look at that together. Look at that together. Beautiful. I love these for adding like one or two in like a bracelet. Just like pulling out, like when I do my triple wrap bracelets or more wraps, I like to throw one gemstone in somewhere oftentimes. And these are great for kind of doing that. Just adding one here or there. I think sometimes when people see strands like this, they think they have to use the whole strand at once, right? And you don't, just pull from it. And these are really pretty beads. They probably sell for a lot more if we just cut up the strands and sold them individually, which I might end up doing. We've had those for a little while. Andrew says the Jasper one would look nice with some leather. I could see it with pearls. Yeah, it would be. Yep. Leather and pearls and Jasper. I like it. I like it a lot. Andrew says for spendy strands, it's a good way to get more bang for your buck. Absolutely. XRE 15. We've got 2 strands of these, $6 a strand. This is a malachite, but this is a what do you call it? Malachite. This has been created like this. It's a synthetic malachite. That's the word. Synthetic malachite. They're just fun beads. Yeah, thank you, Andrew Synthetic. Time delays. They're really pretty. $6 a strand, 2 strands available. They're shorty strands, they're 8mm beads. Really nice green beads, XRE 15. I love that color green. Such a pretty, pretty color. Okay. I'm going to price this. Let's see. Let's do it at 15. XRE 16. Only one of these left. We're down to the last one of these. We used to have a whole hank of them. Now we're down to one. Is this peach moonstone, these little nuggets. Kind of rectangles, squares, nuggets. Just got the one strand left. Really beautiful peach moonstone. Got that nice chatoyant flash, that moonstone flash on some of the, like when it turns to the side. I love that. One strand of those left. $15 for the last strand. If you're interested in that, XRE 16. Andrew says malachite with good pattern is actually pretty rare. Since it grows along copper, a lot of the mines have been converted to just copper mines. Okay, I'm going to put the ametrine away. 2 strands still available, $42 each. Ooh, get over there. I'm going to put this away. 2 of these still available, $10 each. Luxury Bee Blend by Andrew. And I'm going to put this little one away. It's that Lamport glass. $6 for the strand of that. Oh. Everybody having a good evening? We I think we're going to be watching Star Trek tonight. A new Star Trek episode came out. So we're going to eat our curry and watch the next Star Trek episode. These are cool. Let's see. 14 down to 10. And this is basically the water runs down the copper and it makes these stalagmites. Is that how that works? I don't think I knew that. SUP 14. Are these beautiful little, they look like hand-cut rondelles of rose quartz. This is a vintage strand. Love, love, love these. I think these would be cool with that rose quartz we had earlier, the marquee, like to put these in between. I think the shape would go really well with the marquee drops coming down between these. And these are just like irregular enough to add a lot of interest. Or if you have anything like that. These are just cool. They're about 6mm. And I think they would also make a really great bracelet. Look how nice. One strand available. XRE 17. All right. Andrew says, whenever you have round spots on stones, usually it forms little orbs like grape agate. This is XRE 18. There are 4 of these available. They are all slightly different. These are by Harry Wood. We had them at 12. I'm going to drop them down to 10 just this time, just for tonight. And these are these Harry Wood ceramic skulls, flat on the back, $10 each, 4 of them available, XRE 18. Really cool artisan ceramic by Harry. Haven't seen Harry on the lives, I feel like, in a little while. You know, he's been busy. He's always busy. Usually he makes the afternoon lives, but I don't think we saw him yesterday either. Usually by now he's, I think, doing dinner. Andrew says, if you've ever seen rough orbicular jasper, you can see it. Oh, the little orbs. Let's see. We've had these at 60. We've had them at 45. I'm gonna bring these down to 40 just for tonight. I think we've got 2 strands available at that price. This is carved beryl. These are the carved beryl, hand carved leaves in aquamarine and other beryls. Beautiful hand carved leaves. So pretty. And they're like little drops of goodness. Beautiful color. And they are approximately, let's see here, 8mm drops. 8mm drops. 2 strands available. I'm just going to leave the one out so that it doesn't take up room. There are 2 of them available, only $40 each today. Only. And we put these away. Next are E15s. That's the synthetic malachite. And I'm going to put this one away. That's the peach moonstone, little nuggets. Andrew says, emeralds, which are a type of beryl, is usually cooked in oil. Really? I didn't know that. Did y'all know that? Andrew's giving all the information tonight. I didn't know a lot of this. You think I know from being with him and listening to his talk about stones, but I don't remember ever talking about emeralds being cooked in oil. What do y'all think? XRE20. I can dig through this a little better. And there's a local guy who is into cutting stones and was showing it. Oh, the guy from Bonstown? That's the guy? this is a cute strand. Let's do this at, let me see. Let me look at you. Was 15. I'll do it at 12. XRE20 is the fluorite strand. Beautiful little fluorite nuggets. He's the guy who sells mushrooms. Who sells mushrooms? I was thinking of someone else then. I think. These are cute little fluorite. Some really pretty colors in here. Really nice little stones. These are approximately 5 millimeters. XRE20. $12 for the strand. One strand available. Oops, up here. Deep in here. XRE21. We had some of these buttons in white and pink the other day. These are vintage check buttons in white. I'm sorry, in pink and red and green. Or kind of like a brown, like a carnelian base with the pink and the green. Not so much red, I guess. We have those, 2 of those available, $6 each. And then this is a cute spring button, XRE22. Is this cute little button? And one of those available. This one is about 19 millimeters. Sorry, I didn't give you the size on this one. This one is about 17.5 millimeters. All right, so I'm gonna put that one away. And what do we do in there? Bag for these. Harrywood ceramic away. And I'm going to put the aquamarine barrel carved stones away. $40 for the strand, 2 strands available on those. And move these down. Let's put this up here. Okay. XRE23. Hey, Jennifer. Nice to see you here again. Thanks for hanging out with us again. I got your email earlier today, but I didn't get a chance to reply. I flagged it, so I didn't get a chance to reply to most emails here in the last day or two. Um, so with everything that's been going on, getting ready for this winter storm. So um, we've got XRE 23. These are these beautiful rose quartz faceted drops. They were $45. Now $32. Says, oh, that's good that you saw it. Yes, I did. I did see it. I flagged it so I can actually sit down and think and write you a nice reply back. Ah, I have this thing where um sometimes I just like I can't, if I'm not in the mindset to write a thoughtful reply back, I don't do it. And sometimes it might be better if I just wrote a reply real quick and just wrote it back. But I like to actually take my time when I reply to y'all, especially on certain things, and just really, sit and write a nice reply. Somebody writes a nice long email, and I like to take the time to do it back. And this is about 7 millimeters. 7 millimeters, beautiful rose quartz. They're a deeper pink in person than they are on camera, of course. And there's 2 strands available at $32 a strand. This is massive. Okay, these were 136. I'll bring them down to 110. I can't go lower. That's the lowest we've ever done. 110. These are a gigantic strand of vintage freshwater pearls. That strand is, let's see here, 12, 30, so about 60 inches, 60-inch strand approximately. And these are beautiful vintage pearls that they're wild color. Like, I don't even know how to express this color. They're almost like they're peacocky, but they're like also brown and like a gray steel blue. Like, can you see, like, this is like this gray steel blue color, but also there's brown. They are just the most unusual colored pearls. And mulberry, says Anna, right? They're just so pretty. It's a large vintage strand. I don't know, like, where do you even get a whole strand of pearls those colors? I don't know. Right here. That's it. They're just exquisite pearls. And they are about 9.5 millimeters a pearl. Andrew said that's a long strand. That's a 60-inch strand. See, in the dark, in a darker, look how peacocky they are in the low light. They have a lot of that kind of beautiful peacock multicolor to them in the low light. And then in a brighter light, they're steel blue and brown. Like, I don't know how that happens. I honestly don't. It's such an unusual strand. It's such a long strand. Jennifer says, or that long, right? Yeah. $110, 1 strand available. I have never seen, we've seen brown, but that steel blue mixed in, I've never seen that before. It's very unusual, and it's such a pretty strand. And we've only got the one. They're vintage. And the pearls themselves, I didn't even talk about them, right? The pearls themselves are nice. They're nice, big pearls with nice rings. If you like the pearls with rings, it's very, very exquisitely done. Good job. Good job, nature, making those. My hands are falling here. I'm gonna get this. What number was this? I buried the paper. 16. Okay. Okay, what was I doing? I'm gonna put this one away. Did I get a bag out yet? Yes, I did. XRE 20. One of those. Huh. That's weird. I just now got the email from YouTube that we were going live. So that's great. That's, always nice that it normally it sends that email out the moment I go live. It's one of the first things I see in my email inbox is the notice that we're going live. Today, it took until now. Why, hello.
Somebody wanted to see you.
Hello, Gertie. Hello, my baby.
She keeps kissing on the phone.
Oh, that's a sweet girl. That's a sweet girl. Hi, baby. Oh. Oh,
You're
she
gonna break your back.
closes her eyes and leans into me. Gertie.
So how's it going?
It's going. It's slow tonight. That's okay.
I see you're showing my pearls.
I am. You haven't taken them back yet. They haven't gone into your pile.
Nope.
Hi, Gertie, says Suzanne. Kimberly says, kitty, 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 kitty. Look at her just loving on you. Oh, she's throwing her body against his head.
This is how
Sitting
come
on
my
his
back
shoulder.
is gonna get all cut up.
Your back's gonna get all out, also out of alignment.
I'm walking around with my neck all crumpled.
Uh-huh.
So is anybody gonna come to the make along tomorrow?
A number of people said they were going to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because if not, then we're not gonna do it. Because then I don't want to sit alone.
Sit alone talking to ourselves.
It would be nice if we could get this room situated before tomorrow.
That would be nice.
Because the way Liam has it, he has his desk kind of pushed up against the wall, and there is about 4 inches of room to maneuver.
Yeah. This is XRE 24. It's a glass feather, Lamport glass.
It's sparkly.
20 by 42 millimeters.
Wouldn't that look good with some Red Creek Jasper?
Yeah, it would.
And some bone beads. Or even a pearl. It's kind of.
Just sold 11. Thank you so much.
What's 11?
That big, large pendant.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's nice. It's amazing how heavy they can be when they lean on you, says Jennifer.
Some cats. Some
cats.
Neck out of sorts.
Kimberly says, I'm planning to be here and hoping my friend can join in too.
Who's your friend?
And Leslie says, hello, Andrew.
Howdy. Nice to ow. She's digging her toenails in my back of my neck. He was like, I love you.
I love
you. Stab.
Love you, daddy.
Mm-hmm. Ow. Yeah, you're gonna give me the cat scratch fever. She says, I don't think so.
These were 75. Gonna bring them down to 55.
Oh, those are nice. Those are when I got those. When did Downton Abbey come out?
I don't know. Was that during the pandemic?
No, that's way earlier.
Was it?
Hey Siri, when did Downton Abbey come out?
Downton Abbey first aired in the United Kingdom on the 26th of September 2010, and in the United States on the 9th of January 2011. This is from Wikipedia.
So I think
Say movements on iPhone.
no more. So I think I got those a while ago, and they was real popular because they had when they were kind of like a flapper style. So for a while, for a hot minute, they were selling these really long strands of pearls.
8 times 8 is what? 48? 48 inch approximately. Probably longer because it bent up. Strand of lovely, lovely pearls. Lots of pearls. Mostly 2 different sizes. Let me take you through the strand kind of. So
Where are those strung on?
can't see. They're so tight. Looks like a cotton or a silk.
Because I think those were originally sold as necklaces.
Very possibly. There's big ones and then a group of small ones, and then it comes to a big one again. So this probably was flapper style necklace,
Mm-hmm.
and it is very, very long.
Yeah, for $55, what are you doing? Just cut it up
Just cut it up.
and sell it in a shorter length or more.
For more,
$55 a short one.
right?
Because them big pearls is expensive.
Mm-hmm. They are.
You can't blink over anything on that shoulder.
Gertie, where you going, baby girl?
You get overcome. I don't want to crush the baby.
Her name is Leanna. She's joined us here and there on the lives.
Okay.
Nice. Oh yeah. Hopefully she'll join in.
You see somebody you know
Yeah,
in real
people,
life?
like invite your friends too. Like this is not just like you got to know the people to get in. You can invite your friends to the make-alongs and our lives and all that good stuff. This is XRE 26, $4. Well, hello, Ida Bell. Hello. Hi, baby. How are you? Is that all you can say to me? You got one thing to say tonight? Oh, she's purring. So good for you, though. These are 7.7 millimeters. I didn't do the pearls. The pearls are about 7 millimeters. The large ones are about 9.5. Kitty cameo, says Susan. They don't get under the camera.
Nah.
It's hard.
Like limbo.
Yeah, it's too much limbo over here right now.
There's too much stuff in the way. Anyway.
Put these away. Nobody wants this big pearl, that one big strand.
It's not a cheap day, but if you think about it, it's
Oh my goodness. That's so inexpensive if you cut that apart,
or leave it and we sell it. I don't care what you do with it.
right?
Put a pendant on it and call it neat.
There you go.
You'd be like, oh, here's my new flopper style collection. Bring them back the roaring 20s.
That'd be kind of cool to see more jewelry like that.
They did have it for a minute. There was maybe 2 of them ago. There was a thing on I want to say the Met Gala had, and it was on I think African diaspora like swagger jewelry and stuff and like swagger style.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably describing this wrong, but it was like people really got into kind of this almost like I need to look it up, but it was very interesting to see it have that kind of old 1920s vibe, kind of Art Deco. I developed we issued the wallpaper kit today.
This is a set of 16 of these vintage check glass
Really old.
bead caps, $14. There are 2 sets available.
Yeah, I love those. I should keep those. I almost maybe. If they
Susan.
don't sell, keep it.
Susan says, I love Art Deco. Leslie says it was a dapper theme.
That's what it is. But there's so many cool things that where people were making.
And these are 12.3 millimeters. XRE 27.
You don't like that? That turn aggressively. Those are pretty.
That's quartz, or
Looks like quartz.
is that what's the other one?
Cubic zirconia.
No, we get it sometimes. Honestly, these are at this price, I think they're quartz.
Diamonds.
Not diamonds. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other day I was thinking of it. I'm gonna say these are quartz.
Look like quartz to me.
It's another clear stone, but it's not quartz. These are faceted rounds, micro faceted rounds, 2.5 millimeters. They are $12 a strand.
Sometimes topaz comes clear. And they call it white.
Jennifer says
topaz.
CZ. Yeah, I don't. It's maybe it's topaz. I'm thinking of, because we've had. I don't know, but that's probably quartz. At that price, that one's quartz.
It looks like quartz to me.
Yeah,
It's very nice though. It's extra sparkly.
it is very
It
sparkly.
has a slight kind of grade to it. I think that would be really good for the cloud dancer.
Yeah, as the sparkle.
Like, I think sometimes when people see the Pantone colors, they just think like flat colors. And rarely, if ever, do any beads come like flat colors like that. So you got to play with that kind of like the translucent layers. And I think this could be really lovely, especially for earrings or something that has a lot of movement. You can have a nice dingle dangle,
A nice dingle dangle.
nice dingle dangle moment.
You need a dingle dangle moment, Idabelle?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she loves it. She loves it.
she does love the sparkly.
Yes, we have a mobile in our room.
Oh, the dingle dangle mobile.
She every once in a while she'll try to get after it, even though she knows she's not allowed.
Yeah, she's been told no many times.
She's like, "Why you gotta shame me on the TV?"
That's what we do. Gotta shame the kids in public, right?
She said, "No."
No. Bring that one.
Well, I think I have to go because my back has blood on it. So
Your what?
my back has blood on it
Oh, that's not good.
from little Miss Gertie thing.
Garda thing. This is chalcedony, right?
We got 2 more to go.
There's 2 more to go.
Hopefully, are you all having a good time? Enjoying yourselves?
Sing quiet.
Well, you're not really talking about anything.
These are $8 for a set of 15 of these beautiful stones.
Like, are you gonna do any more of those beating with friends, Kimberly? And then, Leslie, how did your kits go? Did people get a bunch of your kits? Twisted Sister kits?
These are all different sizes, 9 millimeter. You get an assortment. 12 millimeter.
And Suzanne, happy birthday.
Yeah.
You said you're going are you guys, when do y'all get ready for Mardi Gras? Or I'm sure they probably get ready right after sometimes.
Susan saying, what? I think with the bloody back.
Yeah, because the cat has scratched me. But she likes to crawl over my body. Like I'm a human jungle gym.
Yeah, she does. She likes to do it.
And
Oh, here's more of
it's not
these.
too bad when it's not too bad when it's wintertime because I have thick sweaters on. But sometimes she'll get in the neck, her foot will go inside the neck of the sweater.
How much on that?
Can do 36.
36 on it.
Does-
Free shredding services, Jennifer.
Yeah, no thanks.
Suzanne says the good parades start tomorrow night.
Oh, for your birthday.
For your birthday parade.
Who
Yes.
gets birthday parade?
Leslie says, yes, the launch was good. I still have a few left.
For a bracelet? It's a
Kimberly,
bracelet, right? Is it herringbone?
Kimberly says, I've not done another beating with friends, but I will do another down the road.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of people watch? Was it live or was it
That one was live, right?
it's kind of hard to organize that sometimes.
Yes.
And then you're busy too, right? Isn't this your busy time? Those ones that kind of remind me of scallops.
These?
Little,
Yeah.
little
Leslie
fatties.
says, yes, it's square stitch.
Ah, look how pretty this is. It's kind of like if you took what is that flower? That chive blossom and you put it in glass.
This one? Yeah.
And the other one.
Like a succulent.
Isn't that pretty?
Beautiful for a Valentine's Day thing coming up.
Like heart. You like what you love plants.
Love plants. Kimberly says it was live, and I think it had a huge turnout, 70 viewers.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's great.
It's the power of pulling people together, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. That's the show.
We got like 5. And you're that. You're all 5 of them.
Right. Well, we didn't have other
Welcome to-
people. We didn't have other people to pull in their faces too.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I will put your face talking while you're trying to do it at the same time. We'll do the like 2 camera action,
2 camera.
your face and the beads so that they can see you like thinking.
See me thinking and pondering which beads to pull out of our stash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that would be super fun.
Oh yeah, you would love it.
Correct.
Until you
What's
had to
that
do it.
like? I'm not gonna do it.
Uh-huh.
I don't really do lives anymore.
I noticed.
It's not for me.
Suzanne says, have a great night, everyone. Have a great weekend. You
Happy
too, Suzanne.
birthday.
Have a great happy birthday weekend.
Hopefully you have a good dinner and a very festive celebration.
Yeah.
Your pictures, we see your picture every day because it's on our refrigerator.
Yes. Yep.
Your husband.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
on our
I
refrigerator.
was just about to say, tell your husband we say hi, and Charlie and Cinnamon too. Jennifer says, I shared with a friend, so maybe you'll get a new viewer. Thank you. Yes, please share.
We haven't seen you for a while.
I know. It's good to see you here again.
I don't know. I don't always get to do the lives or the make along, so maybe you've tuned in when I was gone.
I don't think so.
But
anyway, thank you all for being here. Numbers are going down. Everyone's going to bed. So thank you all so much. Have a great night. We're going to go get some food ourselves. Good night, everybody.